Okay, so what is your name?
My name is Professor Chezy Levy, and I'm the CEO and General Director of the Barzilai University Medical Center in Ashkelon, which is about not more than 10 to 12 kilometers from the northern border of Gaza Strip.
And how did the 7th of October affect your hospital?
Oh, it affected a lot because we are the closest hospital to the north part of Gaza. And we are used to have this campaign of bombing for about 15 years. But this morning, it was very, very different. It was very massive. And there were a lot of bombing with the huge Britain and about half an hour after it started, we've heard that there are terrorists who are penetrating Israel. So I called everybody to run to the hospital. Of course, under massive bombing. I'm really very glad that I arrived alive to the hospital. And in the way, I say the code of multiple casualty scenario, which means that everybody rush and there is a transfer of from regular time to emergency time, and we had a lot of drills and training for do it because of our place here, and in about 1 hour after the declaration of multiple casualty scenario code started to come. And there was a lot of casualties who were evacuated to our hospital in a very, very bad condition, serious wounds, and it came in such a flow that we've never seen.
So how many people arrived here that morning on the 7th of October?
For the whole day,
Yeah.
or till the middle of the night, between Saturday and Sunday, there was about 370 casualties, and among them were also cadavers, which were tortured. And we've seen all the cruelty of the Hamas that what they've done. There is a movie that is going around in the world trying to show what happened. We've seen it in our eyes here when they arrived here. It was really a huge challenge to treat all these casualties where they were shot in everywhere in the body, from the jaws to the foot, with the blood vessels, chest, abdomen, pelvis, blood vessels, awful. And you know that sometimes you get such casualties in an rhythm that we are used to it, and we can take them to imaging department, and then take them to the operating theater. We didn't have time. We had to run from the trauma room, stabilizing them, and run. And we've seen also a lot of things that have been done to them. And later on, in the dawning of the day, started to come the cadavers. And it was really awful, which I cannot forget, never.
But did your hospital had the capacity to bring in that many wounded people?
No. And one of the rules in trauma treatment in such scenario is how to take the wounded person immediately to the operating theater, where can we get a definite treatment. So when we are full, and we've been full, we started to stabilize them and transfer them to hospitals in the middle of the country that they were empty in that time. They were not full. So we started to evacuate with what we call secondary evacuation after stabilizing them to other hospitals, so they won't have to wait to operating theater while they are bleeding.
Yeah.
The hospital was also attacked.
Yeah.
How many times?
It was attacked about 4 times, but 2 times were very seriously. The first attack was in the night between Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 8 October. And it made a very big damage to the infrastructure. The operating theater, the old one, which was not protected. Meanwhile, in the last years, we built a protected operating theaters, 10 ones. But here, it attacked and damaged the not protected operating theater, and it damaged the department of women and pregnant women in danger. So it was a luck that nothing happened, because we transferred the patients to an underground hospital that we have ready for such occasions. But it was a huge damage. The second one was 4 days later, when a bomb attacked the place of the treatment of undeveloped children and rehabilitation of children. And it was also luck, because we stopped all the activity up the ground. So it is based on ambulatory visitings, and we stopped it. So there were not kids there. But if there were kids there, it was a massacre, could be. So this is 2 attacks. And the second attack happened 1 day after Israel has been accused by the Hamas that we bombed hospital in Gaza, which few minutes later, it was proved that they hit the hospital. Remember? Not us, not Israel, the evil one. So it was just 1 day after we've been accused. So we are not bombing. We don't bomb hospitals. We have been bombed.
Are the workers traumatized after
Yes.
all of this?
Yes. 1 day after we started, on Sunday or Monday, I nominated a person from the psychology department and the social worker department to take care of the workers. The workers have seen awful things. There are young workers. They don't used to see such things, and they were being affected in a very bad way. So till now, 4 months, we still treat employees who were exposed to such things and to such experience, and we treat them till now. And it was really a bad thing. That's why I know these things. I used to treat post-trauma syndromes as being a military physician in the past. So we started to treat here a lot of trauma disorders in order that it won't become a full PTSD, post-trauma syndrome.
Your hospital has also treated people from Gaza.
Yeah.
Could you tell a little bit about that?
First of all, before the war and along the years, we treat people from Gaza. It became less and less because of the regime Hamas, who wouldn't let them come to be treated here. But they want to be treated there in special things, and we treat them with open hands. But now in this war, we treated Palestinian people that were brought here after they had injuries, and we treated them as a regular patient. Nothing less than that. And after we finished, we returned them back to the families in Gaza. But we are ready to treat them, and we got them.
So how many patients from Gaza have you been treating?
I can't recall now, but during the war, it was at least about 7 to 8 ones that have been brought here by the army.
So how can Israel heal after all of this?
It won't be easy because the citizens from the Gaza settlements envelope have to be healed. We've seen those who were released yesterday, the 2 hostages that came here. We see all the people. I don't want to give names, but there are hostage, young lady that had made abortion this week. And it was not, we know how she became pregnant. We know. And you have to treat. And you have to treat these people. And everybody in the world say that there was now raping, nothing. Also Israel made genocide. I called them to see these people, the soldiers, the citizens. And Israel should make a lot of efforts in order to heal itself and to treat the citizens that were bombed, that were kidnapped, that were out of their houses for a long time, even in the north, not only here. In the north, about 80,000 people don't live in their house for about 4 months, don't work, don't live, afraid, trying to protect the kids. This is the first thing. We have to heal the soldiers. We have to heal the families of the dead soldiers, but we have to heal the soldiers. Here in the hospital, every wounded soldier that were evacuated here I ordered to make a psychological, not treatment, but first of all checking, in order to see whether it's not, because I don't believe that can be such an experience without having a mental trauma. In different levels, of course. But we should do it. And I think we'll have to make a lot of efforts in Israeli society in order to heal ourselves, all of us, to heal ourselves for such an experience, such cruel enemy, which I don't know how to call him. And I really, I don't feel convenient to see the pictures from Gaza. Not any Israeli feel that. But I will have to heal also myself and all of us from the hatred, the deep hatred to Israeli and to Israel. I don't know how a country would react if its cities were bombed from the air. And bombed not to the army, bombed in order to hit civilians. 15 years. It's not a genocide. And I don't know how would they react raising kids that still piss in the bed at night because of trauma. Would any mother in any place in the world send her kid to the library or to the supermarket to buy things and she is not sure that he comes alive? Tell me. And we'll have to heal from it. And I'm sorry. I'm also, Israel really belongs to the liberal world. I'm sorry, but what I've seen here and in all the world, this hatred, we'll have to heal from it also. Once.
Well, we love you and we support you from
you.
Norway.
Thank you.
And we stand up for you and we tell the truth. And so we will also broadcast this
I'm
in
trying
Norway.
to reflect the truth, even though nobody loves war. Nobody can bear a picture of starving children. Nobody. And we don't want it. Let us live here. Let them live here. You see now what is going on in Gaza. All these tunnels, all these factories of bombing, etc. This is the money that was for the people. For the people in Gaza. Where is the money from? Where? What did they do with all the money they get in order to support the people in Gaza? Build a military country that there is no example of that in all the world. So it's their problem, not mine. We want to live in this kibbutzim, in the envelope of Gaza. We want to live peacefully. We succeeded in making a wonderful piece of land there. See what happened. And we are blamed, of course. Of course we are blamed. It's very easy to blame us of everything.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you so much for what you are doing for your people and healing them and helping them. And we already heard a lot about this hospital, and we can see that you are doing an amazing job.
Thank you. And
Yeah,
let everybody
thank you.
know that we are ready to treat every man, every person, whether he is an evil or good, whether he is a lover or enemy. This is our ethics.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Hurry.
To the